The question, my friends, is one of climate and temperament. Would you retire in Florida, North or South Carolina? I'm going to riff on this, as it's a question I've pondered from my base of operations here in Portland, Oregon. Retirement planning might seem like looking through a telescope from far away for some, but it's closer than you think. Now, what each of these locations beckons with is their siren song of warmth and the promise of laid-back living. You've got the palm trees swaying in Florida, the charming historical vibes of South Carolina's Charleston, and the sweet tea and barbecue of North Carolina. Florida is the poster child for retirement, isn't it? You can't swing a cat without hitting a golf course, and the buffet of living options ranges from the sedate Gulf Coast to the more boisterous Atlantic side. Of course, Florida is big, huge. The difference between retiring in the Panhandle versus the Keys is like comparing apples to oranges, or in this case, oranges to key limes. The more northern siblings, the Carolinas, have their own allure. South Carolina has that southern charm in spades, moss hanging from oak trees and historical towns that make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Then there's North Carolina, with its eclectic mix of seaside relaxation and mountain hideaways. Asheville's art scene is magnetic, and the Outer Banks have a wild beauty that's hard to ignore. One considerable distinction: Florida is flat as a pancake, while parts of the Carolinas offer up mountains that give you a different type of playground. And let's not forget the hurricane factor. Florida tends to be a bullseye for those tempests, while the Carolinas generally offer a small buffer from the worst of it. Healthcare facilities, cost of living, no state income tax in Florida, cultural fit. These are all variables that would weigh heavily in anyone's retirement decision. Portland offers me convenience, a mix of nature and urban life, but I must admit those East Coast sunsets have their appeal. So where does that leave us? Well, it's a personal choice, isn't it? For some, Florida's never-ending summer is paradise. For others, the milder seasons of the Carolinas provide a comfort that no amount of Florida sun can beat. I say take a road trip, explore your options, kick the tires on those sunset years. After all, retirement should be an adventure, not a sentence. Where you end up is just part of your story. Just make sure it's a chapter you'll enjoy reading over and over.